Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you my Sunday special number 3, and this time I'm using the gorgeous Berry Blessings from sale-a-bration, and that is DSP and a stamp. You see I've used Wink of Stella on those blueberries. You see them shining, aren't they lovely? And so yeah, so I made this little box. It is very simple, just a normal basic box, but yeah, has this lovely little detail on it and these beautiful blueberries, and obviously it's blue because my theme this week is blue. So I'm going to show you how I made it. Super simple. Okay, so then where's it gone? I buried it at the bottom. So to make the base of your box, you are going to need a piece of cardstock, and I'm using Pacific Point, not one that I've used a great deal of, but I do love it. Really bright. So piece of cardstock that is 10 by 8 inches or 26 by 21 centimetres. On the long side, we're going to score at 3 and 7 inches. Then we're going to rotate it clockwise, and on the short side, we're going to score at 3 and 5 inches. So long side 3 and 7, which is 8 and 18 centimetres. Short side 3 and 5, which is 8 and 13 centimetres. I'm going to pop that to one side and do my lid while I have the scoreboard out. So your lid needs to be 8 by 6, which is 20 by 15 centimetres. And we're actually going to use, before I forget, use a shim. And we are going to score all our sides at 2 inches, which is 5 centimetres, with the shim in place, so don't forget. I nearly did then. That would have been disastrous, wouldn't it? Okay, so all sides done. 2. There we go. Put that back. Get rid of this. So back to our base. So I'm going to fold and burnish all of these score lines. And then I'm going to cut my wedges out of the 4 corners here. I'm also just going to take a smidgen off. So 4 corners into wedges and take a smidge off. I'm sure there must be some official measurement for smidge. I might have to have a look into it. Okay, so as I said, this is our sale-a-bration item. DSP and a stamp, which actually you will need to spend £90 English pounds to get both. So it's a larger bundle, but as you know, whenever I do these, I use enough products to the value of £90 so that you get the DSP and the stamp with it. So I used my Stampin' Trimmer to cut them. I have used the Bright 12 by 12 cardstock. I've used basic white cardstock. I will use Wink of Stella and dimensionals, and I will use Pacific Point ink and Pear Pizzazz ink. Obviously I used my scoring board, which if you have followed any of my other tutorials, you will know that I incorporated that into one of my other bundles. Didn't trim that bit. Or you can obviously use the trimmer, as that functions for both scoring and cutting. So yes, so I based the project on being able to get the Berry Blessings free. The only other item that I've used is the triple banner punch, which I will use on the decoration on the lid just shortly. So there's my base made up. So my lid, I'm going to do the same. So we're going to fold and burnish the score lines. And do exactly the same again. So using these corner points, I don't need to trim any of the smidges off here because this will fit okay. So cut my wedges out. And then, which is really not ideal, that's better. Okay, so once you've cut those out, we can then add our Berry Blessings DSP. Lots of fabulous colours. That actually is the reverse of this one. So for the two end pieces here, you will need DSP that is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, or 4.5 by 4.5 centimetres. And then you will need 3 pieces for the sides and the lid top that are 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, or 9.5 by 4.5 centimetres. So yes, as I was saying, so I created the project so that you would be able to get the Berry Blessings as your free gift. But don't forget, during Sale-a-bration we have the most wonderful joining offer too. It's a great option just to save and get a discount on your goodies, basically. That was the original reason I joined. And here I am nearly 5 years later and loving every moment. So yeah, if you are interested in just getting a discount, or if you want to start doing videos or creating a business, then equally that too. Just drop me a line or have a quick look on my blog where all the info is. Okay, so adhere the edges. As you know, I always adhere one end, pop it on my project, and then pop the other two in place once my, what on earth has gone on there? Let's not do it that way this time then, seeing as that completely didn't want to play at all. Well, let's hope this now fits, because that looked extremely wonky to me. There we go. I don't know what happened then, but yes, so there is my beautiful blueberries lid, and now we just need to decorate it. So I have 3 strips of cardstock here for the banners, and these are 7 inches by 1.5, 1 1/4 and 1 inch. I didn't do those in centimetres, I do apologise. So 18 centimetres by 4, 3 and 2.5. I'll let you guys gauge it. So with my first largest one, I'm going to pop that into my triple banner punch, make sure it's level, and punch one end out. I'm then going to lie it on my box to where I want it to be, although I'm fibbing because I do it this way. So I'm lining the back up with the bottom of the DSP, fold that end over. So let's fold, make sure it's level, and burnish, and then again fold that top piece down, make sure it's in line, and burnish. So this will now sit nicely on the top. Then the white piece will go next. So I'm going to pop this in now. This is in between sizes, so you need to make sure that your distance is equal on your punch. Make sure you can feel that it's flat against this end of your punch. And once you're happy, give it a punch. And then I'm going to line this one up on here. And in fact, I'm going to add some adhesive just to a little section. Where's the light? Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Just to a part section, because I want to stick this in place. So I'm now checking the distance either side and to make sure this point is equal. And then going to fold this over with my Pacific point piece that I've already done. Burnish it. And then I'm going to lie the white down. Now I'm doing it this way because if you stuck them all together and then tried, you see how you get this gaping here. So I want them, they're going to sit on the lid, they're going to be adhered to the lid, they're not coming off. So I'm just going to adhere them this way and then fold this part here. You will get excess at the end, we're going to level that up when we get there. And then the last part again is to just adhere, oops, that piece onto there. So you've now got your 3 layers, and then obviously your last one is your last Pacific point piece. And again, I'm going to lay him just down, add some adhesive, and again I'm just checking my sizes, fold, burnish, add some more adhesive, fold and burnish, and then add my final bit of adhesive there. And then I'm just going to get my scissors and trim the excess off. And then I'm going to use my Seal Plus just to run down this part, down here. Now just make sure that you don't go too below with your points, because obviously that will sit or overhang the front of your box. And then I just grabbed my ruler and pencil. My box is 4, this one is 1.5, so my halfway point is 2. So yeah, so I need to do 1.25 that way, or should I say half, and then once you've marked them, you can use your pencil mark, because it's very light, as a guide to stick that on. And then your last thing is your beautiful blueberries. So I have my leaf image here, and I'm going to just use my, where is it, Pizzazz, which I stamped off first, and then, oh, that's not very clean, is it? That's better. And then I used I thought these looked like rings at first with diamonds at the top. And then I used, where's it gone, my Pacific point stamp, and I just lined those up with the bits. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, I don't know. Inserts for your blueberries stamped off. Crumbs. So that's that done. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get my Wink of Stella. And then to make sure I've got some flowing, oh crumbs, that went there, look. And I just love this. Just coloured these in with my Wink of Stella. And I did actually leave mine to dry just for a little while, just because I always add a ton of glitter to them. And then I fussy cut them out, and in all style I did one earlier. So, and then once you fussy cut them out and let it dry, pop your dimensionals on the back. And if, like me, you're a little obsessed with them, you can just add a small one on each of the leaves there, because I like to make sure my things are stuck down properly. So just take the backings off, and then just stick your blueberry on to your box, and there you have them, your Berry Blessings pretty box. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you all again soon. Have a great week. Bye.